My name is Lance DeMint. I work with JAGER Pro Hog Control Systems, and we've had a lot of people wanting to purchase just our electronics and latch to convert their own traps to work off our texting or live video cameras. So today what I'm going to show you is our new do-it-yourself trapping setup. Okay, and it consists of a couple different parts. The control box, an 8-foot wire, and a latch assembly. If you have a need to move your control box more than 8 feet from your latch, we offer a 48-foot and 60-foot cable as well. So we'll get right into it. We'll first open up our control box and get it set up to go to the field. Inside you're going to find a couple things. You're going to find some bubble wrap, which you can discard. Your handheld remote. This will allow you to drop that trap from up to 200 yards away or line of sight. But it's also good for testing your equipment when you don't have good cell service or you haven't got it all synced up with your phone yet. And inside there is also what's called an antenna tube. Looks like a little coffee stir stick. Underneath that you're going to find our T-post mount, which we're going to install here in a second. Inside the control box is your 7.5 amp hour 12 volt battery. And it has a little piece of tape on it for shipping. You can take that off, and I'll just stick it right here in case I got to use it again. All right. First things first, we want to get our antenna outside of the box so that the camera can communicate with the box when it's set up. And the way you do that is there's a little rubber grommet right here. You can insert the antenna tube into that hole. All right, you feed that antenna through the tube until it just starts to poke out, and then just put a little bend in it to keep it from going back inside. And that's your antenna tube. Remove your caps on your battery. Install the battery. And in the front of the box, hook in the red wire to the positive terminal and the black wire to the negative terminal. When you do this, you should see 3 flashes on the red light when you plug in your negative battery. That ensures that you are on channel 3. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take our handheld remote. There is an on-off switch on the side. Flip it up to the on position. You should hear a click and a blue light will come on the top of the receiver. So we know that's working. The only tools you should have with you: a 1/2-inch wrench and either an ice pick or a small screwdriver or a nail, something to trigger the latch manually. We'll go over that in a minute. Your T-post mount is attached to the top of the control box with the 2 5/16 bolts and washers. Want to get the center of the T-post mount even with this center hole just to make sure it's good and balanced left and right. And then use your 1/2-inch wrench to snug down the bolts. All right. Your 8-foot wire will connect the control box to the latch assembly on your trap. We'll plug into the plug on either side of the box. You can go off the right side or you can go off the left side. Align that and then twist the locking ring to tighten it down. That'll help keep it waterproof, keep the bugs out, keep the corrosion out. Doesn't have to be tightened with a wrench, just finger tight. The other end of this wire will go to your trap and your latch assembly. The latch assembly is in the open position right now, which means it will receive a piece of chain, a striker, a D-ring, an I-bolt, U-bolt, anything you want to hold your gate open with or up with will fit in here. And when it latches, you'll see this, it'll hold. Now, to release it manually, we have this hole right here. You just put your ice pick, your screwdriver in there, and lift up. There's a small lever inside. All right, the next thing we're gonna do, we're gonna hook our 8-foot wire to the actual latch assembly. Same scenario, we're gonna tighten down our lock-in ring finger tight. Close the latch, and with your on-site remote, you can go ahead and test it. Everything's working like it should. All right, now it's time to take it out and put it on our trap. All right, some of the T-posts you have may be a little bit too damaged or have been cut crooked and won't allow your T-post mount to go on. So you're gonna wanna check that before you head to the field and make sure you have a good T-post. In the field, when you mount your control box, you're gonna mount it on a T-post, left or right of your latch, but within the 8 feet of cable that you have. All you have to do is take your T-post mount we put on the box, bring it on to the T-post at an angle, which allows it to slide down. And when you get where you want to, bring the box and the weight of the box will clamp it on. And it'll stay just like that. This latch assembly is designed so that you can mount it to multiple different surfaces. You can use a lag bolt, screws with a washer. You can use the provided U-bolt to hook it to a T-post. You can use a larger U-bolt in the whole pattern to hook it to a pipe. But basically it will allow you to hook this up to where you can either drop a weight or a gate, or you can release a gate or a weight. Any direction is fine. So we've fully assembled our do-it-yourself trap kit, and we have all the components here. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and hook it up to our latch, and we're gonna test drop it. There's 3 different ways in which you can drop this trap. Number 1 comes with the trap, do-it-yourself trap kit. It's a handheld remote, which will allow you to drop this gate from up to 200, 250 yards away, but you'll have to have line of sight to see the trap. The next method is the Mine texting camera. This camera will text a photo of anything that moves in your trap to your cell phone. You will then be able to text back a command to drop the gate. And the turnaround time is probably 20 to 30 seconds. And finally, we have the live video camera. It will also text you a photo when something moves in your trap. And then you can go on your phone, push the go live button, watch with about a 1 to 2, 3 second delay. And when you decide to drop the gate, you push a button, the gate will fall. And for today's purpose, we're gonna go ahead and sync this live video camera to our control box and test drop our latch assembly right here in the shop. The instructions on how to pair your camera are right here inside the door in case you forget what I'm telling you or you don't have access to the video. You'll plug in your battery, watching for the 3 flashes on the light to ensure we're on channel 3. That is done. You will go to your camera, flip it to the on position, and allow it to get signal and hook up. It'll tell you do not push any buttons, wait for that to be gone, and you'll see the signal strength in the upper left-hand corner. We're in here, we have a signal quality of 24, that's really good. We have 5 bars. So the next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna push your left arrow and your right arrow. Push, push, and it will say, press OK to drop the trap. So, we don't press OK yet. We have to go into our control box and push the left button. And your light will stay on. Then we push OK on our camera, and that light will blink. That tells us that now the camera and the control box are synced together. The next thing we'll do is we'll hook up our 8-foot cable. I'm going to go ahead and use the right hookup. It doesn't matter which one you want to hook to. They both work. Just finger tight. And we'll come over here to our latch assembly. Finger tight. That latch assembly is in the open. We're going to use this to simulate our trap gate that we're going to drop. We're going to go ahead and shut our camera off and get ourselves out of the pairing mode. And then turn the camera back on and let it reinitialize. All right, once our camera has initialized, we're gonna go ahead and arm that camera. We're gonna go to our app, our JAGER PRO app. We're gonna find that camera. And we'll go live. All right, so our camera has gone live. And we're just testing the gate drop. We're not looking at the picture or anything, but it still shows my DeWalt drills there on the table. Push this, says, do you want to close the gate? When you select yes, everything works. So we're going to go ahead and take it all back apart, take it out of the field, and put it on our trap. Today we talked about the JAGER PRO Do-It-Yourself Trap Kit. This kit will allow you to convert your trap or build a trap to catch whatever you want using the JAGER PRO mine trapping system. If you would like more information on this system, just give us a call.